This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert. Here is Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle.
We got a severe thunderstorm warning. We're going to come on the air for thanks for joining us on First Warn Tri-Cities. I'm First Warn Tri-Cities. The forecaster, Skylar Doyle. We got some storm here in West Virginia that has wind warned now. Potential of 60-mile-an-hour winds, and the Weather Service actually saying winds the high winds observed by trained weather spotters. So again, this is observed 60-mile-an-hour winds. The storms here near the northern area of Wise County, so smooth thunderstorm from Wise County, northern Lee County, northern Scott County, and western Russell County. This warning is until 12:15 in the morning, and there's 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts within these thunderstorms. And you can see where those brighter colors are. That's indicating kind of our stronger winds. Again, weather spotters have observed strong winds and wind damage with this as it kind of pushes off to the northeast across the area. So again, these storms are pushing to the northeast as all the storms are, and if we tilt the radar up a little bit to give us a better view of what it looks like, you can see we have strong thunderstorms, some of those with strong gusty winds, 40 to 50 miles an hour pushing in from the east, weakening line of thunderstorms. This part in southwest Virginia staying pretty strong to severe now, as it does have those gusty to damaging winds with it. Again, especially here in west north of Dungannon and Scott County border, and then toward the Tacoma and Norton area, kind of just to the southwest of the University of Virginia's College at Wise, and then also St. Paul and Cal. As soon as we'll head up into Russell County, and then also into Dickinson County there in southwest Virginia. As this severe thunderstorm continues to push off to the north and east here within the next few minutes. So we are continuing to watch these storms closely again this morning for Wise County, northern Scott, northern Lee, and western Russell County is in effect until 1 in the morning. Or sorry, not 1 in the morning, until 12:15 in the morning for the potential of these strong damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour. The rest of the region right now not dealing with any severe weather. Got another strong storm down in the Parrotsville area of Scott County pushing toward Greene County. That's non-severe, but could have some 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts. And then we also have just some scattered showers and thunderstorms and with a weakening line of storms. These storms continue to weaken as they push in. They do have at times some 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. At times they are strengthening the severe criteria like the ones in southwest Virginia, Wise County, and Scott County here over here right now. Those have strengthened to severe limits. For the most part, it is non-severe thunderstorm showers and thunderstorms pushing through the area, and tornado threat looking very low. But the main threat here are going to be these the damaging wind gusts if any more storms turn severe. So with, I'll look at the comments real quick. So for the Abingdon area, again, you could see an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm as we go through about 1 a.m. Then the severe threat will be over, but the main threat would be lightning, heavy rain, with these showers and thunderstorms, and then also the potential for some strong 40 to 50 mile an hour winds. Could see a warning for 60 mile an hour wind gusts with this line of storm as it continues to push through the region, but that is not going to be likely everywhere. It's not likely really at all. Big Stone Gap, you're in the severe thunderstorm warning, but for the most part, it looks like the highest winds are off to your north and east. The Hurley area, this storm will eventually pushing northeast for the area. There's also a severe thunderstorm warning in Pike County, Kentucky, for a storm that is pushing off to the east and will push toward northern Buchanan County. That storm does have some gusty winds with it, so we'll watch that really area as well. And we can actually see the Southwest Virginia storm better on the Jackson radar. Again, we're watching these strong gusty winds. It's a little bit of weak rotation there near Wise that I'll watch closely. Again, it's very weak, but um, just going to check a couple other products. It's our Morristown. There's some weak rotation in the Wise area, Wise County, so we'll watch it closely. The Bristol area, okay for now. see isolated strong to severe storms as we go through about 1 a.m. and the severe threat will be over. Kingsport, the same thing as I just said. Bristol, again, we're watching these storms closely. The potential kinks in this line is what we have to watch: high winds, and also we have a little bit of rotation here near Wise, pushing northeast toward Dickinson County. So again, that storm is going to continue to push off to the northeast. Again, the Kingsport area. Um, right now, nothing severe. If we're not talking about your area, then your area is okay for now. Again, the entire area has a severe threat to morning. Again, if we're not talking about your area, then your area is okay for right now. Again, we do have some broad rotation here on the east side of Wise. I'll zoom in and kind of go down. That's going to be just southeast of UVA Wise toward Tacoma Mountain Road here. Um, and then there is the University of Virginia's College at Wise. This is Route 58 right here. There's, downtown Norton right here. And then this is going to be where your possible circulation is. It's really showing where those gusty winds are, but again, there is some weak rotation, so we could see just a little bit of a lowering on this. But no imminent tornado concerns on this storm. But we are watching it like a hawk because it does have rotation there showing up. That was from and yeah, we can even see a little bit of rotation here on the um, radar from Morristown, Tennessee. So again, we're watching this here in the Wise area closely, potentially. Definitely the damaging wind gusts. Those have been observed by trained weather spotters. But then, and severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag for Dickinson and Buchanan County. The Weather Service in Charleston, West Virginia, in charge of issuing warnings. Dickinson and Buchanan County. That rotation starting to spin up there in Wise County, so they're putting the tornado possible tag and the warning for all of Dickinson County in the southern half, Buchanan County from Grundy to the south, as we continue to watch these storms closely as they push off north here. Let me get things ready. So if we want to go on the wall, we can. So again, we'll watch all these storms closely as they continue to push off the north and east. Severe thunderstorm warning here in these, at least the one for Dickinson County and Buchanan County has the tornado possible tag, but Tremont and Wise County and far western Russell County, like you do have the tornado possible tag. Area of rotation to the east of east northeast of Wise. And again, that these storms with the 60-mile-an-hour winds, which the Weather Service in Morristown says has been observed by trained weather spotters, continues to push northeast. And you see the new warning is on the screen now, and it includes all of Dickinson County. So this is Dickinson County, Clinch Cove, Clintwood in it, Asai in it. And then you got the southern half here of Buchanan County. There's the Grundy area, so Grundy not in it. Hurley's up in the far northern part of the county. And this does have the tornado possible tag. If you pull up the little information tab here, you'll see tornado possible and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So if you're in Dickinson County or the southern half of Buchanan County, you might want to be just kind of steps away from that tornado safe place in case we would see a warning on this issue. Because we have an area of rotation here near Wise and a little area to the south of Coburn, and these areas of rotation are showing the strong gusty winds, but they're continuing to push to the north and east into Dickinson County. Also, we'll push through northern Russell County and southern Buchanan County. We run into a Weather Service boundary issue here. Eastern Kentucky is served by the Weather Service in Jackson. Lee, Wise, Scott, Russell, and Washington counties in Virginia is covered by the Weather Service office in Morristown, Tennessee. Charleston, West Virginia has Dickinson and Buchanan County. Tazewell County, Smith County, and Grayson County over here to the east is covered by the Weather Service in Blacksburg, Virginia. We have a few different Weather Service boundaries here, but the Weather Service in Morristown got the warning out for 60-mile-an-hour winds that have been observed here on the storm in Wise County. The Weather Service has the same, and Charleston has the same warning for Dickinson and southern Buchanan County, but they added the tornado possible tag to that warning. These storms continue to push off to the east northeast and could contain those gusty winds. And again, cannot rule out a quick spin up tornado right here and right here. That's where we have those two areas of circulation where we are watching the spin up tornado threat. So again, just to the south of Coburn and just to the south of Wise there, we're watching the spin up tornado threat there in those areas because we do have that rotation and these severe thunderstorm warnings with tornado possible tag. The severe thunderstorm warning for Wise, Lee, Russell, Scott, and the city of Norton until 12:15. Same time frame until 12:15. Dickinson County on the southern half of Buchanan County there. So we continue watch that very closely. And again, we're watching those those rotation signatures very closely in case tornado warning gets issued by the Weather Service. Let's go down to the south real quick. Let's check up on the Tri-City. Let me put this to tilt 2, and you'll see these storms here. These are just messy storms, but they could have thunder, lightning, heavy rain. For the most part, in a weakening trend, but still some gusty winds in these. And we also have the Weather Service at Jackson continuing a severe thunderstorm warning for the far northeast tip of Letcher County. These storms pushing out Letcher County now. And then for the Buchanan County, the Hurley area, watch these storms here in Pike County that are pushing east. They might clip parts of far northern Buchanan, but again, we are watching the threat closely here in Wise County, pushing into Dickinson County for the potential of a brief spin-up tornado as they continue to push up to the northeast. And again, we're watching just some rotation here in the Wise area, and there is no debris signature on this at all. There's some noise on the CC, but there's not a debris signature on this storm fault radar. There's no active tornado. Um, this is kind of fine-tuning the severe thunderstorm warning for it took Lee County out of it now, so it's just for northern Scott County to western Russell County, and also to parts of a good part of Wise County, including the entire city of Norton. Watching this rotation and wrapping up on the south side of Coburn, and this is going to push along the Dickinson, Wise, Russell County border as it continues to push northeast. There is rotation on the south side of Coburn that has prompted the Weather Service in Charleston, West Virginia to put the tornado possible tag on the severe thunderstorm warning for Dickinson and Buchanan County. The Weather Service in Morristown has not opted to do that for Wise County. They have done that for Dickinson and Buchanan County, the Weather Service in Charleston. No rotation heading for Kingsport at all. Again, if we're not talking about your area, we're likely not in danger. We're going to put the area with the warnings the most. We'll do quick radar checks around the entire region. For the most part, we have to stay talking about the area that's in danger of possible threatening severe weather. Make sure we're keeping those people safe. But again, there's that rotation, and that is trying to spin up at least some broad rotation there on the southeast side of Coburn, Port Crab Orchard, Banner, Dry Fork. I'll go back here to the wall. So this is Highway 58 right here as you go from St. Paul up to Coburn. Kind of between St. Paul and Coburn is where I'm watching the rotation about to cross Highway 58. So right there's the rotation. That's Highway 58. It's heading off to the northeast. And we'll watch it closely. And our rotation detector is picking up on it. If I can, yeah, that's kind of tightening up a little bit too. If we can zoom into our rotation detector and it's not loop on me. Right here, it's picking up. You see where the brighter blues are, it's picking up on that rotation. If we start to get the greens or the yellows, that is when we start to get really concerned about the potential rotation, as it's looping on me now. But we are not looking at that yet, but we do have those brighter greens very closely. So again, continuing to watch rotation here on the south side of this warning, here between Coburn and pushing off to the northeast. And we have a new strong thunderstorm alert that has just been issued for north central Buchanan County. It's for the storm that's in Pike County, Kentucky. It's for this storm here. So the Weather Service in Charleston says a strong thunderstorm will impact north central Buchanan County with some 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, it's for the far northern tip of the county, north of Hurley. That's for this right here. Like I said, it's north of half to 50-mile-an-hour winds. The Weather Service is going to also, in Morristown, go with a special weather statement for a good part of the Tri-Cities, because these storms could have some 50-mile-an-hour winds. northeast. So let me turn off the radar so you can see this blue polygon. This is where we're watching strong thunderstorms now that could produce some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This includes a good part of Hancock County, good part of Old Hawkins County, western Sullivan County to Kingsport, western Washington County, Tennessee, including Jonesboro, good part of Unicoi County, including Irwin, all of Greene County, and then parts of Scott County and eastern Hamlin County, including Bullsdown, and then far southern Scott County, Virginia, near and just southwest of Gates City, all in this strong thunderstorm alert that's heading off east-northeast because of these storms that could be producing some 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And they call them special weather statements. Some thunderstorm alerts kind of a little easier for you to understand, but let's know there could be some 50-mile-an-hour winds within these storms. They continue to push northeast through the Tri-Cities. They are 50-mile-an-hour winds could pack a punch and could produce some downed trees and power outages. And if I go back to my storm in Wise County, we are watching that rotation. This is from the morning. Colors are different, but it's still showing that general idea of rotation within the thunderstorm just to the southeast of Coburn. I think the Jackson radar does give us a better view of that rotation, and it does right here on the between Coburn and St. Paul, like I've been talking about, heading northeast, and we continue to watch that rotation in case a tornado warning is issued for it, and that is why we have been focusing on that storm. That is the only severe thunderstorm right now in the entire viewing area, so we keep watching it very closely. And again, right now, the storm is east now of downtown Norton. The most severe part of the storm is east of Norton, and is near the Coburn area and pushing really almost out of Wise County into Dickinson County. It'll be out of Wise County here in the next 10 minutes, and Russell County and Dickinson County in southwest Virginia. So again, these are the storms that we're watching that are currently severe up to severe standards. So the first one would be severe. You got to have 58-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-size hail, or tornadoes. So these are the only storms that are to the severe standards at the moment. Could change, but at the moment, these are the only storms to severe standards. I take you through the rate of full, and we'll continue to watch it very closely. Right now, we will zoom back out so we can see the entire region, and I will put our radar best tilt for us to see the strong storms from Rogersville down to Hot Springs, North Carolina. Those are the ones pushing northeast. And those are the strong thunderstorm alerts. And let me do this. Let me make those special weather statements stand out a little more so you can see those over our rainfall. So again, those light blue polygons, that is the strong thunderstorm alert. So 50-mile-an-hour winds possible. No hail within this, but 50-mile-an-hour winds possible within the storms as they move through your area in this blue box here, this blue polygon. But those are non-severe storms. They could still down some trees, give you some power outages. And the only severe storms are the severe thunderstorm warnings and the yellow polygons as we go up into southwestern part of Virginia. And that's heading from Wise County into Dickinson County as we speak, where the strongest part of these storms and the storm that is trying to spin up some rotation is. It's heading where the Dante community there on the Russell and Wise and Dickinson County line here. So Dante there, if you're going from St. Paul to Clintwood, well, you'll go through Dante and Nora and McClure. Heading from St. Paul to Clintwood, that's a popular way to go. So you'll go through there, and that is where we're watching the rotation potential right there. That's where it's about to approach. It is near Virginia City, near between St. Paul and Coburn, so near Virginia City, where we have broad rotation. It is not strong rotation and does not require a tornado warning right now, but it is enough for the Weather Service to be noting that there is some tornado, that a tornado could potentially spin up within this. It's not likely, but it is possible that we could see a brief spin up along the leading edge of this line in this part of southwest Virginia. That is not occurring right now in any part of northeast Tennessee, and outside of the areas we're talking about where we're seeing the rotation there, Wise County pushing into parts of Russell County, Dickinson County. There's no rotation anywhere else that we are concerned about at the moment. It's just this area here we're having to keep our eye on very closely for that potential of a possible rotation. So again, as we continue to watch these, we will have we'll let you know of any warnings in the Tri-Cities, but we'll come back to the Tri-Cities just so we know we have as well. turn on the reflectivity. And the tornado watch has just been canceled. So that's some good news. The Weather Service has canceled the tornado watch early. Tornado's over, obviously, because we're tracking rotation. But the tornado watch is only affecting Lee County and Hancock County reviewing. Well, the threat for them is over for the night. So that means the tornado watch can be canceled. There is not going to be a watch issue for the Tri-Cities. There could still be a threat of strong to severe thunderstorms, isolated in nature. Wise County, Scott County, Russell County, Dickinson County, Buchanan County was not under a watch at all this evening, but they are right now under severe thunderstorm warnings. Just because you're not under a watch doesn't mean you can't be placed under a warning, so just know that, and still have ways to receive alerts until this line passes you. Once the line passes you, you're all done, and Lee County is all clear. Boss County is almost clear from the severe threat. You're in southeast Kentucky, Letcher County, Harlan County, Leslie County, Bell County. You're all clear from the severe weather threat. But again, we're tracking the severe thunderstorms now that are in Wise County. And again, they're starting to push out of Wise County. As soon as these severe storms push out of Wise County's threat for the evening is over. And then the threat for at least this part of the line focuses in Russell County, Dickinson County, and Buchanan County. So again, we're watching these very closely as they continue to push northeast because these could have strong 50-mile-an-hour winds with them. They could have some small hail with them. Not expecting really many hail issues this evening. And if we get a little kink in the line, we could see a breeze spin up tornado. And that's what we're seeing in Dickinson County. Wise County now pushing into Dickinson County and far northern Russell County. We are not expecting a lot of tornado issues, though, for the next hour, because after about 1 a.m., I think the severe threat is over. But I don't expect a lot of severe issues, or a lot of tornado issues, I should say, for the next hour. But again, cannot rule out an isolated breeze spin up, especially in this region near St. Paul and into southern tracking the current rotational signature. And I don't think the rotation is strong enough for a tornado warning to be issued. But again, that is totally up to if it's Russell County or Wise County Weather Service in Morristown, or if it's Dickinson County or Buchanan County, that would be Weather Service in Charleston, West Virginia. So again, as we look here inside this line, continue to have strong thunderstorms with strong winds into the Tri-Cities. We continue to show you no severe weather warnings right now. Cannot rule out an isolated. But I do think the threat is low, not zero, but low as we continue the next hour or two that the severe threat is over. And then I don't want to forget about our storms up here as well. They're kind of weakening, but could clip far northern Buchanan County, or right there on the immediate West Virginia border with some gusty winds that reach out of Pike County. But again, I do still continue to believe that our strongest part of this is now pushing toward the Dante area here. Clintwood and Clinchco, you're seeing this, but Trammell, you're about to get in on the strongest part of this storm right now. It's Dante and St. Paul. Again, about to get in on the strongest part of this severe thunderstorm as it continues to push off to the north and east. Also, the Cleveland area will need to watch. They might get clipped by this. Most of this will probably stay north of Cleveland. Council there in Buchanan County as well. So again, we'll continue to watch these storms because this is a rural area, but there are still people in this area, and it's part of our viewing area. So we'll continue to watch these. And again, we're seeing that broad area of rotation here on the Wise, Russell, Dickinson County borders, and it continues to push on here to the east, northeast. So again, we will look at this very closely. It's very broad toward Dante and St. Paul, but it is still rotating. They still have the tornado possible to 12:15 for Dickinson and Buchanan County. Again, so we're tracking these severe thunderstorm warnings. Severe thunderstorm warning for I'll give Wise County an all clear besides St. Paul there on the right on the immediate Russell County. But Scott County will get an all clear probably here in about 30 minutes or so. Right now, Lee County is all clear, and Wise County will be clear here in about 5 minutes. And most of Wise County, including Norton, is already clear. It's just that area near St. Paul When I say they're clear, they are clear for the night because this is the last line of storms that we could see. So that is good news. There could still be there's still some rain, thunder, lightning, and slip-up storms behind the line. Those are not going to be severe. It's just rain, thunder, lightning with those. And they could be loud and you could hear them, but they would not be on the severe side of current forecast expectations. So again, high res velocity image as these storms will continue to push to the east northeast, and we continue to look at the closest radar. I've not looked at the Charleston radar. Yeah, and we're not going to see nothing from the Charleston radar on these, but again, the Dante area, the St. Clair, we're seeing a brief little bit of spin. We're continuing to watch, but again, that spin is weakening, and this is looking more like straight line winds to me, because it has the whole time looked like straight line winds, but it's had that little area there. It's still got that notch on the reflectivity, so it's definitely worth watching as it heads through far northern Russell County along the Dickinson and Buchanan County border, southern Dickinson, southern Buchanan County, as it continues to push off to the east northeast. We do have to watch the storms closely. So again, if you're just joining us, we let you know that the tornado watch for Hancock County and Lee County has been canceled. They've just updated this morning. They've canceled the city of Norton out of it and far now into far northeast Scott County, and then again this extreme western part Russell County with a strong wind potential. Again, they continue to call this observed wind. Trained weather spotters. I think there was a storm report. Yes. So there was a storm report in Harlan County, Kentucky, of a 61-mile-an-hour wind gust. And that is what caused the Weather Service to issue a warning in the southwestern parts of Virginia. That is what we're watching at the moment. Again, we are going to go to the high res velocity just to make sure that rotation is falling apart, which is good news for the folks there. We'll continue to watch these storms closely as they continue to push off to the east, northeast. And again, we still have more areas along this line of storms that could have some gusty winds, including down into the Tri-Cities where we're seeing this line here. Again, it could have um, and the tornado watch was just canceled for southeast Kentucky. The tornado watch is canceled for all counties in our viewing area, and we just got a new strong thunderstorm alert from the Weather Service in Morristown. So another blue polygon is going to pop up for Russell County and northwest counties in southwest Virginia with a potential of 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, it's for these storms here. It's for the southern part of the storms near St. Paul and Castlewood. The ones fishing for Lebanon, Cleveland, Brumley Mountain as well. And, again, there is weak rotation. But the main thing will be 50-mile-an-hour winds with the southern part of it. Northern part of it is warned for 60 miles. We'll show you, kind of hop on here and show you the difference, and we don't need that graphic. So right here, the northern Washington County, on most of Russell County here, this part of the storm, these are the part of the storm that's going to push into the part of Russell County, northern Washington County. This part of the storm is where the Weather Service in Charleston thinks it has some systems. It's going to push into Buchanan and Dickinson County. So Buchanan County, we'll have to see if that warning gets extended north toward Grundy area as well. So we'll go back to this and again, the greens and the reds coming together, that's where our rotation would be, but again, it's fairly weak. And I don't think you're going to see much in the way of any rotation or tornado concern in that storm heads up right now. Earlier, it was tighter when it was around Wise, but there is just, it weakened, it pulsed up real quick and weakened real quick. Again, yeah, City of Norton, you can go to bed. Knoxville is all clear. This storms are weakening some as they continue to push off to the east, northeast, but they are still packing a punch with 50-mile-an-hour wind potential as they do continue to push into the Tri-Cities. So we're watching them closely. The reason we're on the air is for the warnings in Southwest Virginia. There's no severe weather worries as of right now, unless you're in Dickinson County, parts of Russell County and then Buchanan County, there's no really severe weather worries. But for the Tri-Cities, it's just up to 50-mile-an-hour winds as of right now. Driving on 81, don't know exactly where out on 81 you're talking about, but you're going to be running into some heavy rain and some gusty winds. So driving conditions would not be the best, but nothing like tornado worries or anything like that on I-81 right now. So yeah, again, as this continues to weaken, we will probably be going off the air here in just a few minutes. We popped on though just to let you know about the warning. I was going to do a short little uh, live stream and cut in, but then we saw the rotation, so we stayed a little longer on the air to alert you of the possible rotation. But that rotation is broadening out, weakening, and the storms for the most part still packing in this part, Southwest Virginia, 50 to 60-mile-an-hour winds. Most of the region, it's just 50-mile-an-hour winds as they continue to push east across the region. They do have a lot of loud thunder and lightning and heavier rainfall, but again, the gusty winds still continuing to have these storms as they push off to the east. So again, gusty winds, lightning, heavy rainfall, the main threat. We do have severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of Southwest Virginia from Dickinson County, southern Buchanan County, and far western Russell County. Those are until 12:15. Wise County is all good from the severe thunderstorm warning at the current time. Just going to answer the question real quick about Buchanan County and Oakwood. Zoom in here. I gotta find Oakwood real quick. Remember, I saw it before. 460 there. And right now you're not included in the severe thunderstorm warning, but you do have the severe storm to your southwest. Lots of heavy rain in the Oakwood area. You have even heavier rain coming, and again, you could have some gusty winds of 50 to 60 miles an hour coming away. You could be included in the severe thunderstorm warning here soon from the Weather Service. Not sure if they will extend that severe thunderstorm warning or not. Totally up to the Weather Service office in Charleston, West Virginia, on if they would like to do that or not. So we'll zoom out, maybe one more final check of your First Warn Tri-Cities radar here, and then we will go off the air because for the most part storms are non-severe besides over in Southwest Virginia. So we're watching this line of thunderstorms, kind of messy line of thunder showers and thunderstorms. Once the line that is over St. Paul to Gate City to Rogersville passes over you, your severe threat is Clinchport, Rogersville, Sneedville, Pennington Gap, Jonesville, Wise, Norton, Coburn, Howe, Jenkins, Appalachia, Hyden, Harlan, Middlesbrough, Pineville, your severe threat's over. Areas to the east still have a low severe threat through about 1 in the morning. This line will continue to push east and out of the area and continue to weaken some and lower the severe threat. Real quick, the Weather Service did just update the severe thunderstorm warning for Dickinson and Buchanan counties. So since they did do that, they took Clintwood out of it because the storms have pushed east of the Clintwood area. They are still keeping the tornado possible tag on it because they are still seeing that circulation there to the east of Dante along the Dickinson-Russell County border. To me, the rotation is not very tight. So the Weather Service in Charleston, out of courts of least regret, is putting the tornado possible tag on their severe thunderstorm warning because of that right there. But it's very weak rotation as it continues to push east-northeast, then we will continue to watch it. Getting this right here, though, is where they're watching for a brief circulation. Storm in the Russell County part, according to the Weather Service in Morristown. The Dickinson and Buchanan County part is according to the Weather Service in Charleston, West Virginia. So it's a little boundary issue here, how these warnings are drawn up. But again, there is some broad circulation there, but that just is very blurry. There's no indication that a tornado is there, and I honestly don't think there's going to be one spin up. Again, but I would continue to stay weather aware here as this continues to push off to the east-northeast. At the current time, it is 12:04 in the morning, so we are going to go off the air. We will come back. We'll give you one final radar tour real quick. We have severe storms, Dickinson County pushing into Buchanan County. Strong part of that line, 50 miles an hour wind, going to push through northern Washington County toward Brumley Gap and up to Lebanon, Cleveland, and Homemaker in Russell County. The more It's more strong storms with some 40 to 50-mile-an-hour wind, potential a lot of heavy rain, thunder, and lightning along the line near Gate City to Churchill, to Gordonsville to Maasson. It's continuing to push eastward Kingsport, Belford, Greenville, Tusculum, Bluntville, Bristol, Bluff City, Johnson City, Elizabethton, Berlin, and Unicoi. Again, 40 to 50-mile-an-hour winds will be possible within it, but everyone is going to see the 40 to 50-mile-an-hour winds. A lot of people probably will not see that. Again, we'll continue to watch it very closely as it does continue to push east. If the rotation along the Dickinson-Russell County border starts to pick back up, I'm gonna keep a very close eye on it. We will come back on the air, or if any other warnings are issued, we'll come back on the air. For now, we are going to go off the air for the time being. When the warning is issued, we will come back on the air and give you the latest severe weather updates, or again, if the rotation begins to ramp up. But for now, from the First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Center, I'm First Warn Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Scott Oil.